Well, hey there, LaPrey. I'm so excited to be talking to you today. How's it going over there?
Going good. I love that you started off by saying, hey there. Like that's
Ah,
the perfect intro.
perfect. Well, I love a good pun. First of all, thanks so much for being open to talk about a subject that is near and dear to our, I'd say, professional and personal hearts.
Agree.
And that space is really about freelance.
Yeah.
So again, today I'd love to have this conversation with you because you and I live and breathe the freelance life. You know, the freelance world, we understand the ins and outs of how professionals can make a freelance career something very viable for them in the short term and the long term. And so that's the point of our conversation today. We'd like to just unpack what freelance looks like today. Does that sound good?
That sounds perfect.
Perfect. So one of the things I have to say, I found this stat that today there are over 70 million freelancers in the US. So 70 million freelancers. And we know, again, being in the freelance space, that that number is really only growing. And so we've seen that even in the next 5 years, so 2028, that number will be up to 90 million, or about half the workforce will be freelance professionals. So for someone who doesn't even think about a freelance career for themselves, just let that number really sink in. I mean, what do you think about hearing that?
Yeah, I think that is a true testament to the times that we're in. I mean, obviously, we can look back at the pandemic and how that really kind of bolstered things and kind of fast forwarded things to where we are today, where individuals are just looking for flexibility, for lack of a better, descriptor. Like they want to be able to take care of their families while still taking care of their household and still provide for everyone. And the freelance life provides that opportunity. And flexibility, again, being the key component there, where you're not in an office from 9 to 5, you're in a home office from the hours that you set based on the things that you have to accomplish for that respective project or assignment. So again, it's just a matter of individuals wanting to adjust their lifestyles to better fit short and long-term goals, not being kind of sitting in a cubicle or in a defined space for the entire day, or where they can actually get even more done quite often in different environments and different atmospheres. So I think that again, the number is somewhat shocking, but also relative to the times that we're in. So I'm excited because the future of work continues to evolve almost every day. Now we're hearing about more and more advancements in technology that are making it easier for us to do things just like this, having this conversation, not having to be in respective cities to make these things happen. So again, I think freelance is, for lack of, I don't want to continue to, you know, go there, but it's just really the future of what we're doing, like the future
Mhm.
of what We Are Rosie is doing, and the future of what individuals are doing for themselves.
Totally. And you mentioned a couple of points there. And one of the key words that jumps out to me is flexibility.
Yeah.
So, again, why would someone decide to pursue a freelance career or even a freelance path? And
Yeah.
flexibility is such a huge driver. So, luckily, we don't need to spend a lot of time convincing people of how wonderful flexibility is. We know that that was one of the silver linings of the pandemic, that we learned that we can be productive, we can be whole people and dedicated professionals. And again, I know We Are Rosie lives and breathes that every single day. And even with our work, we see that people with caregiving responsibilities are a great fit for a freelance career.
Yeah.
So like we said, if we just think about a baseline, freelance is a method of work. It's not something that has any set parameter, must be done for this long or can only be done indefinitely. So not only is it a flexible method of work, but it's literally a flexible way of having a chapter in your career.
Mm. Well said.
And then, yeah. And then maybe one of the things I would talk about next is just, so over at We Are Rosie, when you have people looking for flexible work in the freelance space, are these generally folks that are familiar with freelancing, or do you have a lot of people that are new to it?
Great question. Yeah, it's a good mix, I would say. I think at this point, you've definitely heard about freelancing, regardless of where you are. And I think in your career life, you've heard of individuals that are doing consulting work or working for themselves. And entrepreneurship is really full steam ahead these days for in a variety of different sectors. But as far as with We Are Rosie, we definitely have a little bit of both. I think word of mouth has really been our friend over the last few years. Our growth has been tremendous in regards to the number of what we call our Rosies, that are individuals that work with us in our community, As of today, we're at 22,000 of these individuals that are looking to become freelancers in whatever that means to them. So yeah, we are able to introduce individuals to the world of We Are Rosie and the world of freelance as a whole. I don't want to just keep our, continue to bolster ourselves, but just the individuals to understand what it is. And in my role, I try to introduce others that can share their experiences to show the value of freelance, and also fully transparent. It may not be for everyone. Some people do enjoy that structure that the traditional 9 to 5 would offer. But we're seeing, again, based on the number you shared at the top of this conversation, the numbers are growing for individuals that want to get into this space, and we are happy to introduce them to it. And also those that have been in it for a while, continue to bolster them and support them so they can be as successful as possible.
I love that. So I'm hearing that you don't have to necessarily have tenure as a freelancer to join the freelance movement.
Sure.
We Are Rosie sees that every day.
Yeah.
At Hey There Social Media, with the individuals that go through our social media manager training, we see that some of the women that go through our program have beautiful backgrounds in corporate MBAs. Some have experience in PR, customer service, but even they stop and say, so what do you mean freelance? So I think it's just good to say that you can be a beginner in this method of work. And there are plenty of people that you might not know have been freelancing for quite some time. And freelancing is not limited to just photographers or writers, which I
Yeah.
think, maybe we grew up seeing in shows and whatnot. So it's great to hear what you experience every day and see through We Are Rosie. And it's just a very accessible way to work. And like I said, I get very excited about that it can be a chapter in your career. There's no, you're not signing on for life to be a freelancer. Maybe you decide to,
Yeah.
but it's something that not only allows you to work flexibly, but it's flexible for your own career too.
Well said. And that last part resonates as well, because we do have individuals that come in and they'll take on an assignment for 6 to 12 months, and then they may go do something else, and they'll come back to us, a few months or even a year later, looking for a new opportunity, and we're happily able to place them and allow them to continue on that journey. As you mentioned, it certainly isn't always a linear path. It certainly can curve and do different things, but as long as you have a goal in mind, and if freelancing is a good fit for you, we're happy to assist you in that journey.
I love it. So again, to summarize, if we talk about the freelance landscape today, it's a growing method of work. It's
Yeah.
one that you can participate in as a beginner, as a more tenured professional. And I think the most exciting thing is companies like We Are Rosie are bringing freelance opportunities. And even with Hey There Social Media, we are providing specialty freelance skills that are very marketable to companies looking to acquire freelancers too. So
Yes.
that's what I've got for you today. I hope to be able to continue our conversation again.
Absolutely. That was a perfect summary. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, thanks for your time, LaPrey.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Take care.